All right, all right. Testing, testing. Mic is good. All right, so let's look over some of these stocks that we see this morning. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. PACW. FRC, PACW. NYCB. There are mains for right now. Good morning, Donnell. Looking at these these bank stocks that are continuing to move down, FRC. Now, like I put into the Discord, I opened up some more accounts for swing trading and dividend stocks. So I'm looking for some dividends as well. The main one that I'm interested in right now is Charles Schwab. It's basically on discount right now, man. I was looking at it, I was like, this thing has come down from $80 down to 57. I may do some plays on this one long term. Start building a position around 50, and if it wants to move up, great. But just going to be watching it over the course of this next week to see if it has any more dips, maybe to test down to the 45 level, get back under 50. And I will be looking at that one very hard. Where's my phone? Let me see. There was a article that I saw about these bank stocks. But today, definitely watching those bank stocks. PACW is up 17, 18%. NYCB is up 28%. We'll see what they want to do out of the open. Also, we have oil down to 66 bucks. Why is this open interest here? Okay. Oil NQ, okay. Let me check the rest of these scans. It was look, it reverted my stuff. Mm, greater than. Why is it showing? There we go. All right. That's more like it. NYCB. Let me see if they had any news on today. New York Community Bank Corp unit buys deposits, certain assets of Signature Bank FDIC. They rise during pre-market on a signature deal. Maybe watching that one. It's a little bit higher float. The float, let me just go look at the float. NYCB up 30% now. Float is 608 and 69.52. Boy, that is a big float, and it's a lot held by institutions, so I don't know how hot that can get during the day. May not give the moves. May be a choppy one. But it's up 30%. One of the top movers on the day. Let me go and check other sources to see if that aligns. CB, yep, huge float out there. It's got an automatic shelf registration from last year that I don't know if they enacted. Okay, it's filed with the security. I know they filed it, but did they enact it? That's a short and concise answer. Yep, and all these other ones are looking kind of vague. Okay, whatever. I'll watch it, but it's such a high float. I don't know if it'll give the range that we're looking for on the day. We have about 15 minutes to the bell. And, you know, NYCB is, you know, it's moving, but it may just be intraday moving. SI continues to hold that $2 level that me and Lori were looking at. I was like, can it hold that $2 level? Can it hold? And it's just been holding, staying flat here, you know. Does SI have any news on the day? Is there a reason why it's holding here? Bitcoin rising after UBS Credit Suisse deal. Elizabeth Warren calls for investigation of SVB and Signature Bank collapses. Maybe setting up a short squeeze if they start investigating is something that shouldn't have happened. Definitely keep that on watch though. Gotta build all these lists out, my swings, my dividends. Yes, Schwab is one that I am definitely interested in over here. Look at some of the other ones they have. Schwab Dividend Equity ETF. Need to look into all these small caps. Schwab US Tips, Charles Schwab REIT, 19 bucks. We'll see if these do dividends. If they don't, I'll take them out of here, but okay. Let's look at some of the older ones that we've seen from past days. CDIO, detection of coronary heart disease is up 8%. 8%. AMAM came down some. $10 down to $8.93. We're just watching. PAC W, NYCB, UBS. Yeah, NYCB continues to move upward. Now 35% has moved 5 more percent. NYCB on the daily closed here at 656 and now has gapped all the way back up here to the 860 or 886 is up here rather. 890s I guess you could put. Hmm. $6 million shares traded, and we aren't seeing any super large sizes. Like, where are those 10,000 share positions? What, 755? We'll see once it opens. Whoa, $8 has a 22,000 out there. on the level twos. Interesting. Let's see what happens around at $8. Any other big sizes down here? 654. Yeah, of course there'll be a big size down there. If it goes down there, that'll be insane. Yeah, NYCB, yeah, float may be too large. I want to see how it opens up. If it can open up with range. That's what I'm interested in. What does the range look like? But also it does have a little bit lower volume. Usually we see these under $10. You know, they're already getting almost 15 to 20 million shares during pre-market. So maybe people are kind of sitting on the sidelines, trying to see what this one's gonna do, like me. And you know, I don't know. It may be one of those unpredictable stocks that pops a lot and then just drops. So chop factor may just be there on this one. Well, it just went up to 9. So that's a 10-cent move up to $9. The high that it's been during this pre-market looks like 916. So I put that for possible resistance. I don't know if that 916 is going to hold. Good morning, GD. Sitting here looking over some of the banking stocks that continue to take all the attention. NYCB is our top mover on the day, up 36%, with 6 million shares in volume. Only thing above it is FRC. I'm also keeping an eye on this SI. It did hold up. It's been holding up this $2 level. So I'm wondering, can it continue? Because this thing is very tight down here on this $2 level for SI. It's another one of those banks. It's got a large crypto holding, and you know, the government was stepping in to save its what was it, the parent company or the child company? Let me see. SI, Silvergate, all those Silvergate banks. What, Silicon Valley? Silvergate was the parent company, I believe. But yeah, just watching it around this $2 level. Also, I'm starting to build some dividend portfolio, and I'm starting with the bank that I use, which is Charles Schwab, which took a nice little dip down here during this whole banking fiasco. Dropped from $80 all the way down here to 57, and I'm watching it for some small ads down here on Schwab over the next probably course of the next couple of weeks. Not really rushing into a dividend stock because, I mean, there's no reason. It's not going to be super volatile or anything. But for this morning, NYCB seems to have the eyes on it. But in the volume really isn't showing that it has the eyes. FRC is still diving down though. from the $30 down here to the 19, down 17%. And we have about 7 minutes to the bell. Mm-hmm. NYCB, man. So I had a little bit of indecision right here at the 825 level. And I know earlier I saw a level at the $8 for 22,000. Let me see if it's still there. Nope, it's gone now. So we'll see what kind of action happens down there at the 8. It's at 901, breaking over the 9s now. 4 minutes to the open. Is it setting up a long trap is the question. First breakdown of first 15-minute breakdown will probably be this 869, 875-ish level for a little bit more support here to break down down to the downside. For the 60-minute, the hour chart, it will need a breakdown of the 825. 825 level, 870 level, so about a 70 or a 50 cent spread there from one support to the other. 820s here, 870s here. And then on the 4-hour chart, $7.56 to take this thing red on the hour candle. I mean, there should be support. So we're going to see what happens at each of these support levels. Okay, we have less than a minute to open. Still playing around the $9 level. We got our levels of support out here that we're looking at on the hour chart, 750s. I mean, 4-hour chart, 750s, hour chart, 825s, and then our 15-minute chart, 870. Let's see how this thing plays above that 9. Now, 916 was the top during pre-market. So it's a couple cents away from 916. Wow. SI, what are you doing? SI going up there to the 220s. Real quick, fast, and in a hurry. Ooh, getting forced back down very quickly. All right, we just opened up. Let's go out to NYCV first. Looking for this thing to give a test of this 870, and it looks like 870 is going to become the VWAP if it does make its way down there. VWAP is at the 862s right now, or it just popped up. 912s. So maybe it's got a recalculate or something. Coming on down, and we'll see what that first bottom does at the 870. PACW going down. SI, will it finally break down 2? It's been holding 2 forever. PACW was the next one on the watch. PACW has a breakout here of what, the 1115 that is testing right now, up 19%. NYCB though, bouncing off of this bottom, did not make it to the 870s, got caught before it got there. 916, will it get through that 916 is the question. 10 million shares traded on it. Getting held right there at the 916 though. It broke it by a cent, 917 break. But like we said, this is a higher float, so it may be a grinder. A lot of participants here getting trapped right at that breakout, buying that breakout level, and a fall from the 917s back down to the, well, back past the $9. So that'll be what, a 20-cent loss, just about, trying to buy that breakout. Okay, coming on down to this first support level, which is the 870s. Let's see what the how strong that support will be, or will it just slip through it? If it slips through it, our next support is at the $8. Actually, no, 825 to $8, somewhere up in there. But we'll see how it passes this this support. What's up, Lori? Lori, did you see SI continues to hold that $2? Just continues to hold, man. Continues to hold. I thought it was gonna break down. SPY coming back up to the 390s. Okay, NYCB making it to that first support level there, right above the first level. The low of this candle was 873. Our support is at 870. So 15-minute support. NYCB. Yep. Did not want to break down at 870 just yet. But it is red across the board. Red on 4-hour, hour, and the 15 minutes. So can it slow this momentum down is the question. PACW got up there to the 1140s, came all the way back under the 1115 breakout. Very choppy breakouts right now. Making it right back, not holding the ranges, not holding out. FRC starting to dump again. Needs to break down the bottom. What is this? This low of 1719. Then back here had a low of 1575 ish. Looks like 1685. But it's getting going down. Everything is red right now. Looking for what's gonna hold. NYCB and FRC are the top volume movers with a little bit of range. NYCB testing again that 870 level. Not really slipping through it, but the problem is when it does a test like this, it's almost building for a bigger break. There it is, breaking down that 870. It's got 10 minutes to this 15-minute candle closes. Down 5% on the day, up 31% since pre-market open. So will it be able to hold up that 870, or will it go ahead and dive a little bit? Now, anybody that bought this breakout up here at 914 that's holding through this pain, they are definitely in pain right now. 915 break down to the 853. So how much did they lose? 915 minus 853. 62 cents per share if they're holding through the pain. Okay, and even more now. Continuing to get that push. So the next level of interest would probably be the 825's bottom of this previous hour candle. If it gets a push down that low, we'll watch and see. Lori called out CS and HUBC. Whoops. CS. Oh, it should be popping up here. Yeah. It's definitely got plenty of volume down there. Let's see what the news was on our buddy CS. CS, Tesla consolidate. Oh, whoops. Tesla consolidates on declining volume. That has nothing to do with CS. Credit Suisse rescue buyout fails. Their buyout failed. Okay. Let me pull this up. Okay, so CS former Goldman CEO Lloyd Blankfield warns banking turmoil may impact economic growth. C-suite's bond wipeout threatens $250 billion market. Let's see, banks drag Asian. Where's the good news? I'm looking for the good news. Maybe, I don't know. Okay, so yeah. We'll watch it and see what it does. It moved from the 90 cents up to the $1.06. FRC is halted going up. NYCB is just chilling. FRC is halted up. PACW going down big. Red across the board on all charts. HUCB got a big buy up there. Went down there to the 234s and came back up to the 264s. NYCB holding up that 870 level that we had there. But this candle is not closed yet, so it's not the end of the story. Struggling to hold that 870 up. Bounced down to 856. CS finding some shorts down there as well. Down 48%. So this is a dead cat bounce on CS. Big dead cat bounce. Let me see where it fell from if it's down 48%. So it was up at $2 over here. Closed the other day, what, 203s to around $2 and opened up at 90 cents, and that has come back up to about $1. So yeah, definitely a dead cat bounce there. We're getting another one popping in. What is this one? RSLS. Low volume though. No kind of news that I see. RSLS. Up 23%. I don't know why it's up. It just threw a wick up there to 350s. Reshape Life Sciences. Okay, let's see. Beginning of this month announces pricing of upsize $10.2 million public offering. Okay, I see public offering news. Let's go back a little bit further then. Announces publication data, registered direct offering. So it's got a lot of offering news. It has some earnings news back in November. Had a reverse stock split. Okay, so a lot of dilution, and then like looks like offerings going in there on RSLS. CS looking like it wants to break back down $1. FRC still halted upwards, 1981. Just unhalted there on FR. Oh my goodness. Opened up all the way at the 21s there. Big range on this one, but we'll see if it can hold. 19 million shares traded. Pushing up, FRC. Let me go back to this one as well. Holding up that 70 level, but still that candle hasn't closed. But this one's getting quite a bit of a push back up to the 21s. Moved from the bottom of this was 18, popped all the way at $2 gain there. And our boy RSLS continues to push as well, up 30%, still holding green on the day. So we'll see which one of these want to hold green on the day and be strong. A lot of volume on the board though. I did not look over. Heck? right. Where are those rules that I did not look over? Is it a low float? How many shares outstanding? Analysis questions. Is it a top 10 mover? Does it have a catalyst? Is the retracement worth the risk? Pre-market variables. What's the competition on the day? So we know, looking at this, if we were looking at NYCB, it's got definitely two above it. This little CS dollar stock has 132 million shares traded. FRC has 22 million shares traded, but at least it's in the top 5. It is a top volume mover. So yeah, we're going to continue looking. HUBC is definitely not in the competition of these top 4, actually. It's got a while to go. SPY is actually getting traded more volume than HUBC. And then we got RS making its way up. We'll see what it can do later on in the day. But again, competition wise, a lot of eyes up here on SC or CS and FRC. Let me look back over here. So competition, are the shorts strongly winning on the day? Are there any large areas of interest on the level 2s? We did see that large area of interest for NYCB. So yeah, we're going to see what NYCB wants to do here. Still holding up that 70 level, right on the 870 level now. And so that 15-minute has closed. It did hold above the 850s, but still below VWAP. So we'll see if the retail wants to give up on it because it's below VWAP. Will they give the shorts a nice little quick push back below 870? And again, for this thing to break out of this candle, it will need to get all the way back up to 920. So what is the possibility of this larger float jumping all the way back up to 920? I think it's a low possibility. I think it's still got some momentum downwards. All right, and then we got CS, FRC. PAC. See, they keep doing these weak breakouts. It did this breakout before. It got up here to the 1140s and fell. And this is, oh, you guys are looking at my scans already. Yeah, look at that PACW over here. CS on that struggle bus, showing some red there. I mean, at least if it falls, they won't lose much, right? Looks like a 10 cent fall, but 10 cents looks pretty big for this one. Okay. Okay, CS coming on down. FRC coming back below the $20 level. A lot of struggle in the boat today. Okay. SPY coming on down through the 390s. Wow, wow, wow. SI at the 205s. My biggest question was, could that thing hold the $2 level? It has a bottom here of the 185 now. Let's see what it wants to do there. Sitting on the 870 now, NYCB. possibility for it to break all the way over 918 is very small, but you know, there's opportunity there if you're quick. It does have a little bit of range, but this secondary candle here is definitely squeezing down, getting smaller. 866 up to the 878. So about a 10-cent move on this little candle. Testing 878s, 879s right now. And I think the next point to be tested is this 850 here. On the 15-minute and on the hour chart. 850. $50. So playing around VWAP right now. VWAP is at the 880s. Only a 5-cent breakout out of VWAP. Okay. Can it hold that 880 up? Not really in any rush to get to the 90s, doesn't look like. Okay, so starting to see a tightening of the range. We got to wait for this candle to close, but looks like right under the 90s is where it's tightening down, 890-ish. What are these other stocks? SSS. I see SSSS. That's a lot of S's. Up 19%, and I don't know what happened with gray. What in the world is this thing? Up 1,000%. Let me read the news on this one. Okay, why American Eagle Outfitters, Graybug Vision agrees to merge with inflammatory disease-focused biopharma. They're at $5 now. They had a little bit of earnings, so they pretty much got, let's see. They got a merger deal with some earnings that came out. And they didn't name the biopharma company either. So not too interesting to me. Wow, it says it's up 1,000%, but look at this. It's like sitting still in a downwards trend. I don't like that. That's crazy. SS barely moving as well. What was the news on SS? Okay, press release, Zero Capital. Come back into this year. Misses a 10-cent. Okay, so they got a tender offer to repurchase up to 3 million shares of its common stock. Okay, so they got a share buyback basically, up 21%. HUBC continuing on downwards. Not really in the competition anymore. I see Riot. Riot is up on the charts as well. Let's see what Riot's got going on. That's another crypto mover. Woo! Riot is getting bombshelled right now. 6 million shares traded, and Mara. Riot and Mara looking very similar, being crypto plays on the same sentiment. I see one called LFCR. LFCR. It's $2 stock, up 30%, pushing higher. Looks like another one of those dead cat bounces. Let me look at the news for this one. Okay, so it says Stephens downgrades Lifecore Biomedical to equal weight, lowers price target to $2. Barron cuts price target, and that's the news basically. Okay, so let's look back a little bit. Let's see, this was last year. Announces completion of corporate name change. Raises capital with private placement of convertible preferred stock. Okay, receives a notice from NASDAQ regarding delayed quarterly report. Around 10 million bet on, oh no, we ain't betting. Lifecore announces sale of Curation Foods avocado products. Signs a term sheet. Wait a minute. Lifecore Biomedical announces intent to explore strategic alternatives. Signs term sheet with existing long-term customer to expand CDMO relationship. Okay. All of that's great and all, but we're definitely looking for more. LFCR. I see another one popping up here, which is KWE. Very low float, but let me see. Does it have any kind of news? KWE. Up 15%, a very light volume. Gee whiz. Okay. K-West Microsystems expects U.S. equity offering to include up to 2.3 million units at price between $4.13 and $5.74. That was last year. Had an underwritten offering of 2.5 million units. Shares open for trade, $2.90. They've been pushing up ever since, looks like. Why my size shares, whatever. Okay, so Key West provides corporate update following NASDAQ listing and completion of financing. Key West Microsystems shares are trading higher after the company provided a corporate update. And that was, I mean, where's the rest of the news? There's almost no news this year. Key West Microsystems Inc. interview to air on Bloomberg US and the Red Chip Money Report. Reported late Tuesday, February 14th, Key West delegation heads to Middle East and United Kingdom as part of International Market Development Program. Okay, so they're still doing a lot of marketing. They're not quite there yet. All right, CS looking like it is getting closer and closer to challenging that $1. FRC back under 20. NYCB up to 9 off of that 870 support. So definitely surprising that it's getting all the way, but I don't know. Can it break out? It's moving like a low float, but it's definitely got a great big float on it. This was a 20 cent, 25. Wow, it's getting on up there. This was a 870 up to the 9s, almost a 20-cent rip out for something that has a float of what was that float again? Something that has a float of 669.52 million. And I cross-checked that over here. Float 672 million. So definitely some range on this one. All right, so all the way back up to the top. So the probability that that thing was going to get back to the top and move that much was very surprising. So anybody that took that trade is probably going to be willing to sell on any, close near this top, because that probability was very low for that thing to pop back up. So I'm scared of the sellers now jumping back on, or buyers becoming sellers as well. All right, let's get rid of KWE. That one's not too interesting. And SS, no real news on board to know why it's going up, but it is up 20 something percent. SI coming on down right above that $2 level, 203s. LFCR, another dead cat bounce look, so not too interested in the dead cat bounces. And Riot. Okay, so it is 9 o'clock. If this thing's going to continue to grind out higher, I don't know how many times it's going to be able to break the norm. But this move right here on this green candle was definitely breaking the norm right here. This 870 back up here to the 915s, back where that struggle point was, that area, back into that high supply area. And so that's why we're seeing a little bit of weakness here. We'll see what it wants to do, but man, that push was crazy. Okay, but yeah, it is time for me to get to my meeting this morning. Appreciate you guys for definitely dropping through. We saw a couple of interesting stocks. We'll see what they want to do through the rest of the day. Here are the stocks that I looked at: CS, NYCB, FRC, PACW. Mara was dropping through the floor. Riot through the floor. SI finally getting down to the $2. So these three are crypto movers: Mara, Riot, and SI. And then we have some other new ones that I haven't seen: RSLS and SSSS. But anyway, that is it for me today. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Wait. Whoa. Oh, okay. Never mind. Let me see what's going on. I got a text. I may have a little bit more time to check out the markets. But still, though, not seeing much on the scans, even though I got a little bit of extended time. CS going down. And my top volume movers, I'm seeing Mara about to fall off. And NYCB is looking like the best thing going, especially on the competition front. Amazon, PDD, UBS, and then here's my low float movers, and then here are my micro float movers that I'm seeing. Okay. Well, I got a little bit of time. I guess I'll probably go another 30 minutes just to see if anything newer pops out. But for right now, just waiting and watching. So, Lori, at what point would you either be adding to your SI position, or what point would you be looking to add? Are you looking at these bottoms here at the 167s? Are you looking towards like maybe 150s, or if it holds here, would you add around this $2 again? If you're still here, of course. Riot bouncing back up there, 812s back up to the 831s. Mara doing the same thing. Okay. Not adding any more. Rushed to buy it last week at 230. Now I'm stuck with it. Yeah. Crazy thing is with most of these stocks, I don't know if there is a such thing as rushing to buy, because sometimes you don't buy it and then it goes. So I think it's one of those things. I don't know how big your position is, but maybe it's something that you can just try to just kind of put some limit orders up there if it pops back up and sell, or just draw a line in the sand and be like, okay, if it crosses this point, I'm jumping out. All right, so NYCB coming back down. This is what I was afraid of. People, this was a irregular move for a stock with this big of a float. For this thing to pop up 20 cents all the way back to pretty much taking out a whole candle, I was like, okay, this is a high supply area now. And look, here's the action that we're about to get here. NYCB coming on back down. Will it have enough buyers this time again to hold it? This first pivot was like, okay, the buyers were like, ooh, maybe we'll play it small. But this one right here, will it be able to hold? Is there enough buyers at the $9 to hold it up here? CS under $1 now. So I'll go ahead and pop that one off. That was a dead cat bounce move. And NYCB top position with 34 million shares traded. Huge float on that one. Mara and Riot continue to die out. They had quite a bit of a run. What, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days of running up, and now they're losing steam. And that's why you probably seen SI, because all of these are closely tied together on the let me add Riot in here. Insert symbol. Okay. But yeah. SI on the brink, baby. I really don't know why these are up. I'm just gonna put these in interesting stocks or something like that, or don't know why they're up or something. Cause add a group called "Don't Know Why They're Up." RS, LS, and SSS. Now get rid of those because those probably aren't gonna be ones today, but I'll keep them on watch. Continues to test this $9 level on NYCB. FRC, one of the banking stocks, continuing down. And I actually need to add those banking stocks to my watch list as well. Oops. Banking stocks, because I'm looking to take part in all of this. FRC was once at $120 up there. This thing is at 19 bucks. Are you kidding me? Bruh. I'm looking at all these banking stocks. I'm hungry. 19 bucks? Come on, man. That's like, bruh. I hope they continue to fall. Continue to bring them down. And actually, I have my accounts here that I made. I made some more accounts for dividends, for swing trades. I don't even know if FRC does dividends, but I'll be checking into that, and I'll see which one I want to add it into. And looking to invest in these banking stocks while they're low, while they're so discounted. But I want to be patient. I want to let the news play out on them, and then try to make some moves. And I am going to be holding these for long term as well. So it's going to be building instead of just trading with a big size, getting 2,000 shares and being done, building a position in them. 35 million shares traded on NYCB, still red on the day, right at the $9 level. Lori says she sold. She got out of that thing, man. Got out of SI before it breaks. On the hour chart, definitely a big red candle. This thing's been holding down here for quite a while. Let me see. It tested 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, and it's been getting closer and closer to $2. So I don't know. I think it's a good play. There are a couple other penny stocks jumping in there. LYLT is up 180 something percent. LYLT, very cheap stock, around 24 cents. Up 180%. 79 million shares traded. And then MULN, of course, we've seen that one forever. 79 million shares traded as well on those penny stocks. I see penny stocks, but they have to have quite a bit of volume for them to pop up for me. MHUA popping up here. MHUA. This one's up 12%. Does it have any kind of catalyst? They signed an agreement to build technology park, medical research center, and where'd they go? What date was that? Medical company signs an agreement. Okay, 21st. Okay. Right in here. Signs an agreement to build technology park, medical research center in China. Okay, so this is a Chinese one. 16 bucks, low float. And actually, I could just show you my charts. Or not my charts, my scans. So this is what's popping up for the micros, RS, LS, KWE. And now MHUA down here. But remember, these volumes are very low. LFCR does not look great on the daily chart either. Had a nice little gap down, $3 all the way down to $149, and now it's trading within this previous red candle. Reliable Rudy says FMNB is the bank on watch. Let's see what we got. FMNB. Where did it drop from? FN. So looking out here on TOS, we can see that it had a drop from 14 down to 12. Had a high up here of 17 bucks. Nice. Definitely watching all of them. Hey, does FMNB offer a dividend or anything? SI finally broke the $2 down, hitting the 199s now. 199 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 now. I'll continue to watch it into the future, but I kind of want to see where it's going to land since it's starting to break down. But as for now, breaking down to not interested. LYLT, 82 million shares traded. MULN. NYCB again tried to break out of this 915 level, but continues to find weakness here at the 915s. Being a larger float stock. And think about it. If their float is 600, over 600 million, they haven't even scratched 100 million here. So it's like, it's going to take a lot of money to move this thing out of ranges. A lot. And this volume right here is just a joke. 37 million compared to a 600, almost $700 million float. Or not $700 million float, but 700 million share float. So it is in a heavy supply area right now. Riot coming on up. Mara. So yeah, these are the top stocks on the day that are giving some movement. Couple of dead cat bounces out here though. I already recorded FRC, so we'll see what it wants to do. Down 15% since the open, or since the pre-market, 5% up since the open. I'm seeing WFC dropped from, was that $50, but has dropped. Oh, that's Wells Fargo. I don't know about buying that bank. Wells Fargo, not my favorite. Definitely not. That one is one that I'll leave on the rack. NYCB coming on back to that $9 level. Reliable Rudy says around 5% higher than the 5% higher than the majority of banks, of these banks. But the dividend only takes up 36% of their free cash flow, leaving plenty of room for continued dividend growth. Nice. So did I add that one? Add that one to my banking watch list. FNMB. Or maybe I typed that wrong. FMNB. There we go. All right, so yeah, I'll continue to watch that one. Of course, I am building a dividend portfolio, so I'm definitely looking for dividend stocks. If you got any dividends that you like, definitely drop them in. I'll check them out. And I'm not just focused on banking for right now. In this time period that we're in a hot banking sector where the banks are finding a lot of sell-off. But in the future, if other things come up, I'm interested in those dividends as well. LYLT, not too interested in this one, 24 cents, but I was just calling it out because I saw it. Almost 100 million shares there. MULN continuing down as well. So cleaning up the scans a little bit. I got about 12 minutes left on the stream. I pretty much seen what I'm gonna see today. And just watching Mara continuing to pile down. Riot again piling down. So now I'm just going to stick to the top movers on the day. I guess, or the top movers since the open, which is LFCR, up 31%. Needs to do some dipping though, but definitely holding some gains. And then behind that one is LYLT. That's the only two that are really up from the open. And both of these are looking like dead cat bounces. SPY coming on back to the 390s, breaking down the 391 right there. But on the 4-hour chart, looks pretty flat. FRC 4-hour breakdown would be the 1850. Get it going down red on the day. PACW not super interesting anymore. Lost a lot of movement, but it is holding around that 10, right around the 10 area, right above the 10 area. So may need a test down. It had quite a bit of a descent over the past 2 days, Thursday, Friday, popped up a little bit, and now looks like it wants to continue its movement downwards. FRC continues to getting some popping down here, but on the hour chart, big resistance from this 2165. So I'm not interested in that. And that hour looking like that, probability for it to come back up to 22 is very low at this current moment. NYCB continues to find some kind of buying and selling up here. First candle had 12 million shares traded. Second candle had 9. The next has 6. And this one has 2 million. All it takes is one scaredy cat. We got 10 million on the board right at that 909. It disappeared there. Next area is right under the $9. 11,000 shares there. So we'll see if it continues, if it wants to go down and test this level of the $9. Got a couple more levels down here of 10,000 share positions at the 885 and 882s as well. Let's look on the ask. Where are those 10,000 share positions up here? Not seeing them. Not seeing them at all. Again, testing a 915. This will be multiple tests at 915 and failing from pre-market. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 15-minute candles that are failing this 915 level. LYLT up 200%, up 130% since the open. Continue to grind higher. Only 27 cents there. AMBI popping up. AMBI up 47%. Halted up $12.12. Halted up on AMBI. Let me see what kind of news they have. AMBI Amplipar emergency response shares halted on circuit breaking. Okay, did it have any news to come out? Maybe the news is going to drop once it opens. I don't know. But definitely halted on AMBI, up 47%, 55% since the open. Let me see. Reliable Rudy said, worth noting they have a merger in place, so always worth looking into a merger. Definitely. Reliable says NIO with a nice green engulfing candle. This candle closes above Friday's high. Let's take a look at NIO. Definitely pushing up there. Through these highs of the 8, or not through the highs, but at the highs of the 875-ish level. 16 million shares traded on NIO. Okay, NYCB, it did break out 920. So it failed that 915 multiple times and breaking out of that 915 level up to the 925s. Now the question is, it has to hold 915 now. If it goes back below 915, it's gonna be bearish. It don't have a choice. You gotta hold it up. You failed that way too many times today. No big positions up here. Where are those 10,000 share positions? Not seeing any. Much bigger sizes on the bid than the ask. Ooh. Ooh, is it going back to 915? That's going to be horrible for this. It's probably not going to come back up. Yep. It needs to stay above that 915 level. On the hour chart, you can see it getting chopped down here. But it could be a grinder with that heavy float. Maybe it'll hold. LYLT back to 25 cents. FRC continues to get bought up, but I just don't like the overall formation on that one. It is number 2 on the day though. AMBI is still halted up. All right, back under the 915s again. So we know there's heavy resistance here. 915. Heavy resistance there. Multiple failures at that level. And now a breakdown of the $9, which is 10 cents away, is probably going to get the party started for the shorts. FRC coming back in. 945 bounce. That's a 40 cent winner right there. Bouncing up to the almost back to the $20. Definitely some opportunity on these red and descending stocks. FRC may actually end up defeating NYCB if it continues to trade like it's doing. Up 7% since the open, and NYCB doesn't seem to be able to hold green on the day. Continuing the struggle bus. Anyway, that was my 30 minutes, my extra 30 minutes. We pretty much seen everything that I wanted to see today. Stocks that are still on watch, not LYT, just the interesting stock to see today, up 200%. NYCB, FRC, NIO, PACW, LFCR, and ABI, which just unhalted there. But yeah, those are the stocks for today. I'm going to continue watching them. If you're in the Discord, that's where the conversations will continue there. Where is my Discord? I hope that doesn't. Discord. Go ahead and drop that Discord link real quick. But yeah, I got to get on down, baby. Discord. Well, I tell you what, generate link, copy. There's the Discord link. If you guys are interested, that's where our conversations continue about all the stocks that we find in the morning. Of course, I've been modifying and researching more scans and trying to narrow down the things that I'm seeing and seeing some of these low floats early before they catch fire. And yeah, that's pretty much it. But yeah, that's the Monday morning trading stream. If you're going to continue trading, be careful, be safe. This is the start of the race Monday morning. And as always, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.